So the yard's been a bit of a problem in the school for a number of years now, but back in July, the governors and myself had to make the decision where we had to close the yard off due to the increase of accidents that we had on the yard. Over the last 2 years, the numbers have increased substantially. The yard's worn out and is no longer fit for purpose. So as of September, the yard was closed off for the children whilst we were trying to negotiate with the local council in terms of how best we move forward with it. We did have quotes over the summer, and we've now scheduled that the work's going to be done in October. The yard is going to cost us 20,500, and the reality is that we don't have that many to hand at this moment in time. The local education authority are going to be contributing 6,000 towards the costs, but the reality is that the school's needing to find the 14,500 to do the rest of the work that needs to be carried out. There's been a lot of to and froing, a lot of negotiating, a lot of hard bargaining regarding that, but the reality is that we're going to have to find the remaining amount of money. Thankfully, we're allowed to pay that over a 4-year period now, which is going to be a big help. However, the reality is that we are stretched financially, and it's only going to get worse. As we are now, the reality is we've still got added costs that are going to come on top of getting the yard resurfaced. We also need to ensure that the lines and all the games that are going to be ripped up, that we're in a position we're going to be able to replace those. And we're looking in the region of about £5,000 to be able to get the yard good as it was previously, or even better as it was previously now, due to the work that's going to be carried out. And the reality is that's why we need your help. There's no way we can carry out all this work ourselves. And the children, being in a position where the yard is used and the field is used continuously, we need that opportunity to be able to allow the children to access those areas, both during school time and also out of school time when the community groups use it as well. Things like the Cubs use the school yard as well as the football pitches and things like that as well. We've had nothing but bad news of late. Not only is the yard out of bounds, but the backfield is now out of bounds as well, because the play equipment that we had at the back of the yard, or back of the field rather, is now not fit for purpose either. Some of that equipment is seen its best days, and we're in the process of trying to get that done. So the reality is we need your help, simply because there's so many things that need to be done on the yard and the field behind there now. We need some help to be able to make it good.
I think playtime is fun, and it does a lot of exercise.
Playtime is better than on the yard than on the field, because on the yard there's a place where some people can play football and a place where some people don't want to play football.
I think the yard is better than the field because there's a separation between people playing football and we get to go on a climbing wall at the bottom of the yard.
As well as resurfacing the yard, we also need to pay a further 2,500 to repaint the lines and the games, and another 2,500 to replace and repair the broken play equipment at the backfield. Our children have a right to play, but the truth is that the school just can't afford to pay for all these repairs without us losing staff.
I like to play football at playtime, but we can't really play football on the field anymore because there's no goals, and when we try and play football, our clothes get all muddy and our mum and dad don't like that.
I like being on the yard better than the field because we can't play TIG semi on the field because there's no semis to play in on the field.
I like the yard better than the field because when we play blocky or cops and robbers, there's nowhere really for dens on the field.
We've also been dealt a further blow because when the play equipment was inspected over the summer, we were told that it was no longer safe for us to use. So the back area of the field is now out of bounds for the children too.
Well, I think it's important because there's a lot of energy and, other kinds of stuff that you build up whilst you're inside, and you need to let it all out whilst you're outside.
I think that at playtime you need to stretch, and because you've been sitting down for so long.
So, I think it's really good to have playtime because you need to get some fresh air and you need to actually have some fun instead of just sitting in and working.
And sometimes you just need to socialise with your friends and stuff.